Well, the Steve Biko Centre in Ginsberg outside of King Williamstown in the Eastern Cape is one of the focal points for this year's Human Rights Day Commemoration. The centre seeks to preserve the legacy of Steve Biko, reflecting on the role that he played in the liberation struggle. Human Rights Day will be commemorated in King Williamstown, with President Jacob Zuma expected to give the main address at the Victoria grounds. The choice of this venue is in recognition of the role played by Biko in the fight against apartheid and its gross violation of human rights.
The most iconic structure in Ginsberg Township, preserving the legacy of one of the township's favorite sons, Steve Biko. The centre also continues to promote his values of emancipating the black mind from the bounds of inferiority syndrome, done through lectures and community-centered programs.
We have programs that encourage them to come into the space. We have programs that encourage them to utilize the space as they would general things like the library, the business incubator. We have an arts and culture program as well. So we are part and parcel of the community. We are protected by the community. They own it as their own. We are one big happy family.
The centre is also dynamic, generating revenue through its conference facilities, but also standing as a resource centre with its museum and library.
I've got 2 English books that we use at school that I borrowed from.
Yeah, we also find books here, novels that we use at school. And yeah, I often visit here because I love the library. I love history and I'm all about history, so yeah.
Biko was an imposing figure, a commanding political voice and a dynamic leader. He kept the struggle alive in the early to mid-70s when the liberation movements were banned.
Maybe at some point you have to say a little bit, to pay a little bit of a gratitude, to the post-apartheid government that actually made sure that they recognize the contribution that was made by Steve Biko,
Biko's immeasurable contribution to the liberation struggle, even though he died at a young age, is well preserved. This is the Biko Museum within the centre itself, a place that contextualizes the life of Steve Biko, reflecting on his influences within the black consciousness movement, from right here at home, across the continent and across the globe. Among them is Robert Sobukwe, Kwame Nkrumah, as well as Malcolm X. Unfortunately, we are unable to film here because of copyright issues, but visitors are more than welcome to come and read a bit more about Biko and some of his influences. Unatipimose, SABC News, Ginsberg.